This is the Afterburn.
Hey guys, this is the Zookeeper here. For everybody who was just watching, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty and our sound was not working, as you probably know.
Yeah.
But anyway here, today with us, we have, a few people with us today on the Afterburn that you usually wouldn't see, but Ghost, we're looking to have you on more often.
Oh, yeah.
We look forward to it. We really like it. And for everybody who's wondering, we have a fan on today. We had
How's it going, guys?
Austin. He's been a fan, and he called us up and actually texted and emailed us. We had the number. M-Balm, what's the number again? 855 M-Balm 19. So there you go. But anyway, Austin, where are you from?
I'm from Scottsville, New York,
I
which is a
see,
little
from
bit outside
Scottsville.
of Rochester, so I'm on the west side.
So we reached you. Now, which platform did you first see us on? Facebook, YouTube, Manicam?
I think it was Facebook.
Facebook. That makes sense. A lot of our viewers are on Facebook, but we're local, but we're expanding to Scottsville. We have viewers in Scottsville. Expanding. I like it.
Expansion.
But
Like a big hug. Just
a big
everyone in there.
Or just like a big octopus.
Get everybody in. Yeah, everybody's included, man.
Yeah.
We don't exclude anybody. If you want to call in, talk about things, this is
Anything.
your platform to talk, not ours, not just ours. This is yours for the viewers,
It's a
and that's what we
communal
want.
thing.
Exactly, it's a good communal thing.
Yeah. Which I think Rochester could benefit from greatly.
Oh yeah, and we all grow up eating garbage plates.
Oh,
So
So who hasn't?
sure.
we're local.
Oh wait,
But
I mean, I'm a
Anyway.
I said who hasn't, but I was like, oh wait a minute, there's people that's not from here that never had a garbage plate.
that's all right. They can adapt to local Rochester life.
It's actually
But,
pretty good. Actually, it's funny. There's actually a YouTube star, Jenna Marbles.
Yeah.
She's from Rochester, and she's actually made garbage plates. So.
Okay, so Jenna Marbles makes garbage plates. That's pretty
Hell
cool.
yeah, dude.
That's pretty cool. But anyway, today we've kind of had some interesting breaking news. One of the big things on the table for today is Jeffrey Epstein. This crappy human being was found apparently dead from an apparent suicide in New York City facility for inmates. So that I don't know. What is your guys' thoughts on this? I mean,
Well, all I know is that there's a special place where he's going. So, I mean,
Oh, yes.
after all the crimes that he's done. So,
Yeah.
now Ghost, what do you think? Do you think that?
Oh, he didn't kill himself.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Now,
For one, he had too much money, and two, he was too prideful to,
he
off
was too
himself.
selfish.
Yeah.
He was too
I mean, he
selfish.
was an
with
asshole
too much power and
stuff.
too much money, it corrupts the absolute.
Yeah.
And this guy was apparently having minor sex parties at, his various places and doing just God knows what to
His
these
villa and all
women
that.
and girls and God knows if there was any little boys in there too. God, who knows? And this,
Bottom line is, he was disgusting.
he was disgusting. He's
Was
a
he Catholic
despicable
priest?
human being, and he needs to go. He needs to go down. Well, he already is.
He
He's
did.
done. He's
Yeah.
done. But anyway, I think he was set to testify in a week or two, and
Yeah, I believe so.
10 days or something, and
Obviously,
ends up
someone
dead.
didn't want him to.
somebody higher up that got him killed in prison.
Yep.
So there's that's a lot to think about right there too. There's higher powers. So
Yeah. We're
But,
not talking about the religious kind, but
no, not the religious kind, but
Money.
money and
Well,
wealth and
money is like the next religion, I mean,
God
people
knows
just,
what else those scumbags are all involved in. But it. Speaking of scummy people, there's a lot of them out there. But anyway, we got something up and coming. The Labyrinth Agency.
Mhm.
We have their show coming up next Friday. We're gonna be down at the Main Street Armory.
In the
It's in the
basement?
basement. Yes. Now
haven't
I
been
guess
there
admission is
forever.
$20, but here's the deal, folks. Now me and Ghost were talking earlier about the sound engineering they got
Oh,
going
yeah.
on, and
basically, it'll be a first-time experience for the Rochester area.
Plus, that venue, like in the basement, is actually pretty legit. I've actually been there a couple of times.
I
for
think it's a
different
good
bands.
area for
I didn't
that.
even know they had a basement.
I've
Oh
only
yeah,
been there once.
I've known the
basement.
basement for like a while.
Yeah.
I went there for a big like metal concert. I think it was called the band was called Sirens and Sailors.
Oh.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good. I got to see their band. I think a couple of my friends know them, and we got to see them play. And yeah, it was pretty legit.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, mosh pits and everything.
Yeah. Now, we're really looking forward to this event. This has been a long time planning. We actually met these guys outside of another venue. We covered the Alien Fam show. That was last month, and we met them out there. We were talking to people outside the joint. You know,
Yeah.
everybody was kind of
Handing out flyers. And
doing their thing. But a lot of people were outside of the place, not inside. It was kind of opposite of what you expect. But
Yeah.
for this upcoming show with the Labyrinth Agency, I think we're really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a really incredible show. Admission is $20, and
I think
for
they said
everybody
20 to 25.
20 to 25 at the
Yeah.
door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can get your tickets in advance. But anyway, we actually had a phone interview earlier today with Dan Costello from the Labyrinth Agency.
Yep.
Really nice guy.
Oh, yeah,
We
wonderful.
talked to him and his crew out there at the Alien Fam show. I guess they were just checking out the competition, I guess. But they're all local Rochester people, so we like to support everybody. But
This is going to be really big for Rochester. That's
they were saying that
For sure.
this sound engineering hasn't really been featured here that much.
Yeah.
This is more of a what were we saying, a West Coast type thing?
yeah, they do
Yeah.
it for bigger,
Yeah.
electronic forest type shows.
Yeah, and I guess there's gonna be some 3D like laser projections and
Yeah,
cool
on
stuff
a
like that.
LED
Are they doing like
backdrop.
any smoke screens? Did they say or anything like that?
He didn't
I don't
mention
know.
it, but I wouldn't put
doubt
it
it.
past them to do it.
Yeah, literally.
Just kind of add more flair to.
Now we are missing Uber Mike today.
Unfortunately,
He's busy cooking up
Chicken.
chicken
some
lips.
chicken head soup with ramen. Apparently, he makes chicken head soup with ramen noodles. Uber Mike, if you're watching, we miss you, buddy.
We do.
And come back to us soon. But
Enjoy
anyway,
your chicken though.
yeah, enjoy your chicken. But
And
anyway,
don't throw your cat.
I feel like Uber Mike is
Don't throw the cat.
okay. That's an inside joke there.
Oh damn.
Oh, okay, no, never mind on that one. But anyway,
Moving
Uber,
on.
I think Uber Mike's going to need an Uber next Friday at the Labyrinth show.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's gonna
And
be a
I'm
good
not going to
time.
be working that Friday, so he can't ask me to give him a ride.
Now wait a minute. Now you are you're a driver, right, for one
Yep.
of these other companies? Now
For Lyft.
which company? Okay, Lyft.
Yep.
So that's a very big
Which, in my
platform.
professional opinion, having been a customer with both Uber and Lyft. Sorry, Mike, but Lyft is superior to
Lyft is
Uber.
superior. Okay.
Only
What's
in
the difference?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the difference of that?
better customer service in my experience.
Okay.
More on time. More.
Efficient.
Yes. Thank you.
Now I've heard stories in the past. Uber will hire anybody, and
Mhm.
they're just a bunch of weirdos. But Lyft sounds a little bit better, so that's a good thing.
Like I said, in my experience, Lyft has been better, and I've been a driver with them for about 6 months now.
It kind of
Alright.
It kind of makes me nervous getting like an Uber or like a Lyft. I'd rather trust myself getting home than I do like getting.
But if you've been
a help from a
drinking and are
stranger.
intoxicated.
Oh yeah, well yeah. If it comes to worst, then yes. I mean,
Now,
it's
generally,
necessary.
these people are verified, though.
Oh, yeah.
They are verified. You know who. You get a picture of them. You know who's coming to you, get you.
Now you do.
Now you do. After all that crazy stuff happened with that
Yeah.
girl in
Assaults.
Carolina or
and
Florida, wherever it was.
all that.
Probably Florida.
Crazy
I
stuff
mean, there's always
happening.
crazy people down there.
Yeah, you got drunk guys carrying alligators into convenience
Yeah.
stores.
Don't
and
forget
crazy
the
stuff on
meth
there.
alligators. There's
Oh
like in
yeah,
the
now you
sewers.
have meth alligators because people throwing drugs into this water.
What
like
the
flushing
fuck?
drugs. Like great.
Excuse
now
my
we
language.
have meth alligators.
But yeah,
But yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But we're looking forward to the Labyrinth Agency show.
Oh, yeah,
That's
for
one
sure.
of the things. Now, there's been a couple other things going on in the U.S.
And
Well,
abroad.
just yeah, abroad. One of them we've been seeing is a
Abroad?
radiation leak in Russia. That they've been covering on that, and they're saying, oh, it's nothing, you know.
They say it's nothing, but
You
you know
know.
there's something
Yeah.
behind.
Some of that, and I was reading on, actually one of the latest. There was the Rolling Stones magazine, and there was an article about this Russian band that was arrested for publicly calling out Putin for polluting the just the environment with radiation, all this, making black snow, and I'd have to pull up grab the magazine
Black
to
snow?
see that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's some radioactive snow
Yeah.
or something, but
It's like Chernobyl.
Well, it's near
yeah,
Chernobyl.
no,
Well, if
literally.
it's near Chernobyl, I mean that's another story.
that's another story. But
Three-headed
they're saying
fish
there's
and,
more. Three-headed fishes.
Well, it probably came from Chernobyl. I mean, that's where all the radioactive.
They're saying a lot of the latest nuclear testing, because they're developing new nuclear weapons of some sorts, got leaked and somehow got into the environment. We don't really know much because there's only a few
Yeah.
outlets that are covering this story right now. It's kind of not a very prominent news story, but I'm sure we'll
We'll hear
about it in
The
the
media
sooner or
is
later.
very selective of what they cover.
Oh yes, the media is very selective of what they cover lately. But moving forward, so the Lyft. Have you ever had some crazy experiences with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Lyft?
It comes with the territory doing that kind of work.
Now you're in the local ROC. Now I'd expect you get all the drunk people and that. Have you ever had any
threw up in your car.
crazy experiences?
I
with
haven't
people?
had that, not yet. But one night I was all like, hey, I think it was a Saturday night. I'll scour around, see if anyone needs a ride home. I pick up this guy. He's about maybe late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
And he needed a ride to the hospital.
Oh,
Oof.
Not for a personal injury, but
just to visit a family member or something?
yeah.
Okay.
He was a chatty guy, so.
Yeah.
But we're on our way to the hospital.
Which hospital did they go to? RGH.
Yeah.
Oof. That's a bit of a haul.
Yeah.
Because I live right on the border of Rochester and Greece, so.
Okay.
But he told me he's visiting someone there,
All right.
and the person he was visiting, I don't know the exact relation, but the woman was pregnant. I used the past tense because she was in the hospital because she had an accident, fell down the stairs, and unfortunately lost her baby.
Oh God.
Oof.
That's just
She
an
was
awful
about
situation.
8
As an
months
au-
pregnant. She was close.
Ooh.
Very close.
Wow.
That's
tragic circumstances.
That's really bad. Right
Hearing
into the
that-
third trimester.
Yeah. Hearing that, it really opened my eyes thinking that I could enjoy doing this type of work because I get to hear, as tragic as it is, people opening up and telling me this kind of shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
You don't walk up to a stranger and be like, hey.
I mean,
you know,
obviously you're facing some trauma if you're willing
Yeah.
to talk about that
Yeah.
too. You're going through some stuff there, so
so
obviously he
that's
probably was involved.
the most intense ride I've given.
That's a really intense story.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, that's just it's a really tough one.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if I should say this, but Uber Mike, he has told me some pretty crazy stories about some of his Uber rides, and I think one of the craziest stories that you'll ever hear this, and I don't know, M-Balm, if you've heard this story before or what, but anyway, Uber Mike said there was a couple that had obviously been drinking, and he was taking them back from some type of show or outing they were doing. Anyway, he said they were a pretty cool couple. They talked to him. They were nice, and he had about what. I think it was a 35-minute drive, 40-minute drive.
It's
So
not
it was a
too
big
bad.
order.
Yeah.
So they were paying him a good bit. But anyway, he was going down the road on the highway, and they were, I guess, getting cuddly and kissing in the back seat and all this, but
PSA.
one thing
PDA.
led to another, and Uber Mike turns around, just glances back ever so slowly,
Oh no.
and he sees something he cannot
God.
unsee.
Ooh.
They were doing stuff in the back seat of his Uber car,
Oh god.
and he told me he didn't know what to say. He did not know what to say.
Brake check.
So so we know what happens in your Lyft vehicle, but I think Uber Mike is the kind of guy.
Have they done the dirty deeds in your car?
Have they done the deed in your car?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
And I
'Cause
think you would have a
tell
problem
people-
with that.
Although, if I were you,
But
I'd
anyway,
knock on wood.
Anyway, back to the story. So Uber Mike's going down the road with these people, like, banging each other in the back seat of his car. And he looks over, and he says he cannot believe what he's seeing. And he was just so dumbfounded, but he's a nice guy. Uber
Yeah.
Mike is a nice guy. So he just said, do what you guys got to do. He let him finish. Okay,
He's
so
getting paid
That's
for it.
now
creepy.
he did that, and I
Seems
asked
kinda
him,
like-
what was going on, and I asked, what happened after they're done, and he said they left a big mess. And I can just imagine Uber Mike having to clean that out of the back of his seat.
He had to like freaking. That's like
I don't
some
know.
steam
I don't know.
cleaning
I think
shit,
he probably.
man.
I think he actually said that he went and had a company clean his car out because he just did
Good.
not want to touch it.
Yeah, I
he
mean,
was smart. He had a company. But he had to pay for that. I don't know if he contacted Uber
I would have like
about
said
that
no.
situation, but yeah, I don't know if those people got.
There's
banned.
always a good time and a place for doing that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but you don't do it in the
Excuse
back
me,
of the car unless
No,
you're
you don't
parked
do
and
it
it's
in the
your
back of
own
the
car.
Being, like, in
It
the
is
moment.
trashy.
It is
It
trashy.
is trashy.
But yeah.
Now,
I mean, I understand everyone has needs, but still, like that's
Yeah.
that's
come
like
on.
going.
There's somebody driving that vehicle. They do not want to see that.
they don't want to hear
That's
you
like
know,
some fake taxi type.
Poor Uber Mike
porn in the back seat
having
of the
to
car.
deal with this. And oh my goodness, it was rough.
Fuck
It
that
must
shit.
have been a rough situation
If
for
I
him
pick
now.
up a couple and I can tell they've been drinking, I will tell them, please do not do stuff like that in the back of my car.
Please don't engage in
I
any
tell them,
activities.
I'm like, please don't. If you do, I'll brake check and probably break your neck against the car. Not really, but just
have some
to
respect.
get the word.
Even I
Have
yeah.
some
even if I
respect, people,
even if
you
I was
know.
drunk, like I mean, like I would totally just be like, not now,
Yeah,
okay?
not-
If you want to get all cuddly, we can do it when we get to our destination, but not like in front of someone. Like
Yeah.
that makes me feel uncomfortable. You know, they
yeah.
have to hear us. You know,
Now, I can't say I'm an Uber driver, but I've had situations, I work in the healthcare field, that I've had people have accidents on the vehicles I was driving, and
Oof.
Yeah.
I've had to clean it up. It's not fun. I've had all sorts of types of people on my vans, and, it's not fun, but, comes with the job. But
Yeah.
anyway, call us, text us, tweet us. Tell us what you think. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
We really just we like to keep the show a little bit more loose, not as organized. We want to talk about what our viewers want to talk about. We're hoping we can get some emails, maybe some texts or some call-ins. So
Yeah.
feel free to give them a
definitely,
shout. They're
yeah.
always friendly. They're very nice people, and I mean, I've emailed you guys, I've texted you guys, I've called you guys.
and
I
hey,
mean,
we're glad to finally have you
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah, I'm happy to
pretty
be
cool.
here. I'm happy to be, a part of this, at
Yeah.
least this live stream.
It's always a cool thing when we can get a guest appearance. But
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
get a text message. Oh, okay. So, all right. But anyway, so I don't know. Is there any other stories that?
Would you like to discuss?
I think I think that there's
There's
a
just
lot
one
can
thing I
go
wanna
on.
bring up, and I know you guys already talked about it. video games causing violence.
Okay.
I just want to put my input on that.
I'll put my input too if you
Yeah.
guys want me to.
This
Now,
is a very
I-
hot topic lately.
I've been playing video games since I was fucking this tall.
Yeah.
The violent and the like, you know.
How many mass shootings have you gone and conducted?
And I'll
Same.
say this, just to make that point,
I don't get it.
years of playing Guitar Hero didn't make me a guitar player. Okay?
So
I-
does
I-
years of Call of Duty make you a professional soldier? No.
No. Years of playing
They're trying
Madden make you a pro football player.
Exactly, you know. They're trying
No.
to make people brainwashed into thinking, oh, let's blame it on the guns. Oh, let's blame it on the video
You know
games.
what's-
It's mental health.
You know what's funny?
It is mental health.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely I agree with that. I was just gonna say, they're just pointing fingers at something because they don't want to blame themselves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like
They're
it's
failing
an
to take
individual. It's
responsibility.
not just like it's a group of people. It's not just people
No.
with a mental illness. Because I mean, like, I'll be honest, I have 2 mental illnesses, and I
Okay,
play
so we're
video
getting
games.
deep here, you know.
Yeah, and like I play video games since I was 3. Like my first video game was Donkey Kong Country for the Super NES.
Yeah.
Like that's old school.
That is old school, my friend.
And like it never made me want to be like an ape and throw a barrel at a guy or
Yeah.
you know what I
How
mean?
many barrels like, do you throw at people a day, you know?
None.
I know.
I don't know if I can even. Well, I mean, I could probably lift a barrel, but not like you know what I mean.
Maybe an empty one, but
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean, like it's just people are just gonna point and choose fingers that something that can easily be taken away.
they're
and
gonna
not,
point fingers
A
at
fall guy.
everything.
Yeah, pretty
They
much.
want the
Or the
scapegoat.
scapegoat.
Yeah.
Exactly, you know, and that's the problem with today. You know, everybody's looking for a scapegoat. We don't want to address the real problem, which is the mental health crisis that's going on currently in this country.
Yeah. Has
It has been going on for a while, but it's just been something that society has not talked about,
Yeah.
and I think that is going to be. I mean,
It's a
it's already
very
been changing.
overlooked subject.
In the past, yeah, it's been severely overlooked.
Like
I
people
mean,
are thinking like because he has a mental health that means he can't do. It's like no, it's the individual itself, and it's like it's what he's influenced by, not just video games. It's like what his culture, what his society has influenced him to do.
How
like
he
even
was
his
raised.
like yeah
Stuff
it-
like
like
that.
if you grew up in a if you were like very like say redneck and you know believe in conservatives and you're just so against just anyone who isn't your color, then people are going to have an influence on that and they're going to believe in anything their team leader is going to say.
Exactly,
And
you
then
know.
this happens with, like,
there's a lot of tensions all over the country, and I mean it's sad. People can't come together and just
Work shit out.
work things out. Exactly.
Kumbaya,
Solve our issues. Yeah,
my
kumbaya.
lord.
Everybody around the
Kumbaya.
fire. But it really is just sad that we can't come together as a country right now. And
it's just
the
people have
political
two
divide.
extreme point of views and people
Yeah.
have two extreme opinions and they're just going to be
And it's
so
sad that
stubborn
people
and
continue to lose their lives
closed-minded.
We fight
because
each other
of
every day.
ignorance.
Getting
Ignorance
played.
is bliss, but
That's why I always
we
try
have
to
an
do
issue
like
when it needs to be fixed.
yeah,
Yes.
that's why you always try to do good deeds, just random good deeds will make you feel better as a person.
Yes.
And I mean that's why it's like I try to do my best and not be like the typical I'm white and have mental issues. I mean I'm gonna go mass shootings. No, not once have I ever thought about
Yeah.
like
No.
killing people.
And I think it just comes down to mental health and background checks.
people that don't know how to control their emotions.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, unstable people obtaining weapons.
Anger
it's
issues.
not good.
Major
Bipolar,
issues.
yes.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, even like I'll say
So-
this: I have Asperger's syndrome as well as PTSD, and I do.
Okay.
There's a lot of anger. I've been through a lot. I'm not gonna get into details, but
Yeah.
even I have anger issues. But I've learned to control myself.
But you've
I've
dealt with them.
Yeah.
You've gone through the process.
Yeah,
of
like I've
solving
seeked
those issues.
therapy. I've done, meditation. I do anything I can to just make me forget about
Well,
my
good
issues.
for you, and I think a lot of people could learn from you.
Yeah,
you know?
or even like working out too. Like I mean, that's where most of my anger goes out. It's like whenever I'm just pumped and I'm just angry, I just go hit the gym. Do push-ups, sit-ups, lift some dumbbells. And it it's
I think
helping
it's a
my
good thing.
figure.
Yeah.
I think it really is a good thing. But yeah, a lot of good topics. Call us, text us, tweet us, 855 M-Balm 19.
Give us your input.
Give us your input. We'd love to hear from you. And this is not only our platform, but
It's
this
everyone's
is your
pla-
platform.
this is
It's
everyone's
everyone's platform. We are here for the viewers. We are here for you. We would like to hear what you have to say. Call us, text us, tweet us. Again, that's 855 M-Balm 19. We're getting up on our showtime here. But anyway, special thanks to Ghost for coming in today for the Afterburn as well. A very special thanks to our viewer Austin for coming in. Yes, Austin, we loved having you, and
I'm
thank
glad
you
to
for
be here.
watching. And stay humble. So with that, we're gonna head out here. I hope everybody has a great weekend.
Yeah.
Stay
Be safe.
safe, and we'll see you out there.
Yeah,
You're out
maybe.
in Webster tonight, so have a great weekend, everybody,
And we'll see you next time.
and we will
All right.
see you next time.
Later, guys.
Peace.